The way I'm starting this show is potentially dicey. I'm giving that to you as a warning label. Well, actually, it's the warning label for me because of what I'm about to say, because I'm married into a family of New Englanders. But I think I speak for a lot of the rest of the United States of America when teams from Boston and New England win. You hear from the fan base quite a bit. You can hear it. Sometimes if you're quiet, you could hear it all the way from New England. What is it? What did James Taylor once saying about from Stockbridge to Boston? You can hear it. You can hear it for wherever you are. If you're quiet, if you're for those scoring at home. Yeah. You hear about it. You hear about it, and certainly from fans of the New England Patriots. And that's the franchise that kicked basically your ass and the team that you root for's ass more often than not for 2 decades. And we all know the reason why. In part, it's because the guy is calling games on Fox right now. Mm-hmm. And when he stopped playing for the Patriots, things began to change. And you heard less and less and less. You heard complaints more than anything else, which, by the way, you also hear when they win, which is another reason why you don't want to hear from these folks. If you feel that way, I regret to inform you, the New England Patriots are not only back, but they are one of the best teams in the National Football League. And without question, through 10 weeks into this National Football League campaign, a highly viable Super Bowl winning team and a threat to do so in the 2025 National Football League campaign.
I know that hurt you to say that, so thank you, Rich.
It did not hurt me to say that. As you know, I adore the Kraft family. As you know, I have emceed a handful of their kickoff dinners. Gladly.
You've been fighting it all year.
I've not been fighting it. I needed to see a few things in order to believe it. And if you don't believe it, they've got a quarterback who's not only better than most, but could be the best in the National Football League at the end of the day in year 2, in Drake Maye. Not his best statistical game yesterday. Season low completion percentage, worst passer rating since the Week 1 loss to the Raiders. But what he does, and by the way, also a brutal mistake by throwing an interception in the end zone.
That was rough.
To keep things a tighter game, a 5-point game instead of at least an 8-point game, if not a 2-score game for the Patriots in rainy Tampa, where the Patriots fell down early. But what he does is make big-time throws, whether they are deep throws, like the one to Mac Hollins late in this game, up 5, to put them in position only for May to throw that aforementioned end zone interception. Or he will do what he did at the end of the first half, which is stuff that you're familiar with if you've watched the Patriots over the last quarter century. And odds are you have, because they've been on national television quite a bit for the last quarter century because of the aforementioned 2 decades of ass kicking.
2 decades of ass kicking.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's a tour. I think that's called a tour.
Is that Steely Dan?
Yeah, definitely not. No, definitely not Steely Dan. No, that's a little bit. That's a little bit more hard.
It's AC/DC.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you went more hard.
Metallica.
Yeah,
Metallica.
Listen. A second-year quarterback going into Baker Mayfield's house with the Bucs coming off of their bye week and having timeouts and a coach who knows what to do with them and an offensive coordinator in McDaniels who knows how to dial things up for Mike Vrabel, who wisely got McDaniels to return to his role as OC of the NEP with no time left. And you got a coach who just rolls the dice because that's him. And Mike Vrabel, you're going to go for it for a touchdown with no time left at the end of the second quarter, instead of going for a 10-10 tie and running into the locker room and getting the ball to start the second half. You're going to go for the touchdown. And what did May do? He made everybody look like a genius because he made a beautiful throw to Stephon Diggs, who made a remarkable catch for a touchdown. And then they come out of the second half, get the ball first, and score a touchdown. Travion Henderson with a 55-yard touchdown run 21-10. Stop me. Have you heard that story before? The Patriots scoring on each side of the half and flipping the script, going from down to up by 2 scores. Have you heard that? That's part of the 2 decades of ass kicking. And then they play defense as well. The Patriots have now, with the win over the Bucs, 28-23 is the final score. The Patriots have now scored, they've now won 7 in a row. Once upon a time, 1-2. And then after they beat the Buffalo Bills to go above 500 in the second of the 7 consecutive wins that they've come up with so far. And after they won in Western New York, let's see what they can do. And all they've done is win 5 more in a row. And in this 7-game streak, they have in each of the games scored 23 or more points or allowed 23 or fewer points. That's the longest such streak for the Patriots within a season in team history. And once upon a time, they didn't lose in a single regular season. Even the 07 Patriots never did what the 2025 Patriots are doing on both sides of the football. Of the previous 8 teams in NFL history to have such a streak reach 7 or more games within a season, 5 of those previous 8 teams went on to win the Super Bowl. Or in the case of the 1961 Oilers, who did it 9 straight times, they won the American Football League championship. So you're sitting here thinking, oh, you're all right. Good enough, Rich. Patriots win the Super Bowl this year? I say this with all...
You better hope not, or I am going to be obnoxious.
Well, I'm about to say, before you obnoxiously interrupted me,
God, if
being on brand, if you're sitting there thinking the Patriots can't win the Super Bowl this year, I've got 4 words. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Because we're good people, Rich, and we don't deserve that.
No.
We don't deserve that.
Here's Mike Vrabel after the game, and he's not raising any banners. That's the beauty of what he does. Just keep stacking wins. Hit it.
Well, I think that this, anything in life, you're going to have to certainly put some chips in the pot to be able to win something. You can't sit around and wait and hope that they, just hand it to you. And sometimes you can, but most of the time in life, you got to be able to risk something to get something in return. So can't win nothing you don't put in the middle.
That's what he said when asked about going for it before the end of the first half. All or nothing, touchdown or nothing, leading by 4 or nothing. And, you could sit here and go, oh, wow, that's really philosophical. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Ask the Giants fans who watch their head coach kick a field goal to go up 20-10 instead of 24-10 from the half-yard line in the Chicago snow and how that worked out for your team. And, again, we've been talking about the Patriots for a bit, too, since the draft, when Daniel Jeremiah says the draft was New England's and they were killing it. And you, Chris, were so upset by the Joe Milton victory in the last week of the regular season against the Bills and how it cost you the chance to draft Travis Hunter, and all you got was a consolation prize in the left tackle maybe for the next decade plus to help protect Drake Maye and Will Campbell. The first touchdown pass, Maye became the first Patriots player ever. Okay. Oh, pardon me. My bad. He became the first Patriots player to complete multiple 50 or more yard passes in a single game since Brady did it to Brandon Cooks alone in the 2017 season in Week 11. Because he completed that 54-yarder I mentioned to Mac Hollins, and then the touchdown to Kyle Williams, who which went for 72 yards to give them their first score of the game. By the way, Brady won MVP in 2017 as well, and the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl and lost to the Eagles that year, in case you're wondering if there's anything in the ether between what I'm saying and the Patriots actually making the Super Bowl this year. As I mentioned to you, also, Trevion Henderson ran one in from 55 yards out. He ran one from 69 yards out also. So 3 offensive touchdowns of 50 or more yards scored by rookies for the Patriots in Week 10. You know the last team to do that? To have a rookies, in this case, score 3 times in a game with 50 or more yards in each one. Last time it happened was when Randy Moss did it all himself against the Cowboys in Thanksgiving Day of 1998. That's the last time it happened in a game. And we saw what the Patriots did. So.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Because it happened with one single guy in one single game.
I try to forget
the whole country watching. Most of the country watched this on CBS, but the Patriots are now 8-2, which nobody saw coming into the season. Certainly when they were 1-2, or even when they were 3-2 after beating the Bills in Western New York, and the Bills lost in Miami yesterday. The Dolphins took care of them, and the Bills are now a game and a half behind the Patriots, who take on the Jets in just 3 days at home. And the Patriots after that wind up going to Cincinnati. Then they have a Giants home game on a Monday night before they have a bye, after which they'll be nice and rested for the Bills to try and come in and avoid a season sweep. The Ravens, that's a big game before 2 division games ended. The Patriots have a real good shot at going deep, just like May does very well.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.